Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and welcome to another episode of a Sunday Mailbox. This is a video series where you, the viewer, can submit your gaming or Battlefield 3 related questions, and then I will give my humble opinion on them. To get the formalities out of the way, if you would like to submit your own question, you can do so by leaving a comment down below or by sending me a YouTube message. So the first question for today comes in from Netman, who asks, do you think when Battlefield 4 is released, they will have the M16A3 in the game, or a gun that handles similar to it? The M16A3 is the go-to weapon for many players due to its low recoil, fast reload time, and easy handling. Would DICE put a gun like this in the game again? So I have no idea if there's going to be an M16A3 in Battlefield 4, but what I do know is that there is always going to be a powerful weapon like the M16A3 in any first-person shooter that you purchase, or any modern-day first-person shooter, because when developers are creating their game and they're trying to balance weapons, no matter how many things they try to change or how many things they try to balance things out, there's always going to be a couple of weapons that rise to the top and people gravitate towards them. And in Battlefield, that is the M16A3, the M416, and if you remember a long time ago, the FAMAS was extremely powerful. They nerfed that thing into oblivion, but you get what I mean. There is always going to be a weapon that kind of everyone gravitates towards. And there's nothing you can really do about that. The developers will do their best to balance that, and DICE has clearly done that throughout, the year, or over a year now since Battlefield 3 has come out. But there's only so much they can do, because if you want a variety and you want a lot of different guns in your game, then this is always the outcome. There's nothing you can really do to get around it. It's just kind of part of the first-person shooter genre. And so Battlefield 4, if they do have a lot of weapons and if there's variety, then we are going to have the same, not really, I guess it's a problem, but we're going to have the same issue where a couple of weapons will rise to the top and people will gravitate towards them. So the next question for today comes in from Ramo, who asks, in Battlefield 4, would you like to see the current bullet damage system where all assault rifles do 25 damage, or like Bad Company 2, where all the assault rifles did different damage? So I've given this some thought, and I think I'm leaning more towards the Bad Company 2 system, or maybe a mix between the two, where if you're using the higher RPM weapons like the M16A3 or the FAMAS, then the damage model will stay the same. You'll still do 25 damage a shot up close. But if you use the slower RPM weapons like the L85 or the AK, then bump up their damage a little bit, maybe do 28 or 30 damage a shot. And my reasoning behind this is because as of right now, the only real benefit of using the slower RPM weapons is their low recoil, and that allows you to stay on target at long range. But that's the only benefit. They don't have a higher damage. The only exception to this is the G3A3. And essentially, this would just give you a little bit more of an advantage when you are at medium to long range going against someone who is using a higher RPM weapon. And I don't think this would be overpowered by any means, because it would still require you 4 bullets to drop someone up close, so it wouldn't be like the G3A3 where it only requires 3. But I think that this would be a fair compromise, and it would kind of incentivize people to use the slower RPM weapons, because as of right now, a lot of people like to gravitate towards the AEK, the M16, because they do have a higher RPM, and because all the weapons pretty much do the same damage. The more bullets you get down range, pretty much the more damage per second you're going to do, and you're going to drop your target faster. And so I would like to see this, but I would like to know what you guys think. Do you think this is going too far? Is there some sort of issue or thing that I'm missing that this would make them overpowered? Let me know down below in the comment section. So the final question for today is, do you see the Battlefield franchise decreasing in popularity in the near future or distant future? So I'd say that the Battlefield franchise is here to stay. Battlefield 3 was a huge success. They sold a lot of copies, especially when you compare it to Bad Company 2. It's just a much more popular game. But in the end, it's going to come down to a couple of things. I mean, first of all, marketing to get more people to purchase Battlefield, get more people involved with this amazing series, but also the quality of those products. If Battlefield 4 sucks and the next game after that sucks, then I would expect that the Battlefield franchise will dwindle and the popularity of it will decrease. It really does come down to are they producing a good product? If they are producing a good product, more people are going to like it. People are going to continue to like it. But if they aren't, then, you know, people are going to spend their money somewhere else. It's really as simple as that. And so as long as DICE creates an amazing title for Battlefield 4, which I expect they will, I don't see the Battlefield franchise going anywhere. So those are all the questions I'm going to be answering for today. I would love to know what you guys thought about these 3 topics. Let me know down below in the comments section. Like I said, if you would like to submit your own question for a future episode, you can do so by leaving a comment down below or by sending me a YouTube message. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.